Vietnam War, the war that punched holes in the US-led order. Vietnam War was a horror that shook America's credibility. The year was 1975. In April, America pulled last of its citizens out of South Vietnam. Like America ditching Ukraine now, it had then abandoned Cambodia. America's credibility lay wounded. Late 1950s, it all began with a conflict between North and South Vietnam. 1954, communist North Vietnam had just got the French out. North Vietnam's aim was to control South Vietnam. 1965, to protect the South from the North, America sent its troops. The idea was to stop communism from spreading. Like its miscalculations in Afghanistan in 2021, Vietnam too was a misadventure. 8 years of fighting later in 1973, over 60,000 U.S. soldiers and over 3 government fled capital Phnom Penh. Delighted, red insurgents of Khmer Rouge took over. In Cambodia too, it was exit America. Such was Cambodia's misery that over 2 million Cambodians died during Khmer Rouge's 4-year rule. The last days of the Vietnam War saw disgraced exits of U.S. diplomats in crowded helicopters. Following them were millions of Vietnamese who, on their own, escaped in small boats. April 29th. The last of the remaining Americans bowed out of Vietnam. The war became a permanent symbol of U.S. defeat and disgrace. April 30th. As the communists took over, the Vietnam War ended at 10 a.m. For the U.S., the war ended not with a bang, but with a bash-up. The real tragedy of the war was that 4 successive U.S. presidents failed in Vietnam. America's biggest mistake, thinking it had political intelligence and military might to win the war. It had none. Worse, even popular American opinion was turning against the war and its huge casualties. Yet Americans turned very skeptical of government's interventions on foreign soils. The term Vietnam Syndrome passed into common currency. Communists seized Laos in December 1975. In January 1979, Iranian revolutionaries overthrew the US-backed Shah. In 1979, still worse, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. All these ended up shaking America's standing. As desired, communism failed to spread across Asia. In the 80s, Vietnam too opened up its economy. 2025. But things are changing today. As Mr. Trump wields his MAGA foreign policy, the US-led order is under challenge again. It is Redux Vietnam Syndrome in America, so even America's friends are wondering whether they can bank on its support. As Mr. Trump is keen to ditch Ukraine, skepticism is surging across. Mr. Trump's ambitions in Greenland and Canada are turning geopolitics toxic. So is his bashing of NATO allies. Once again, America's primacy in the world order is under cloud now.